Hello, welcome, and here we are again, welcoming you to your favorite tech show on television, AIT Infotech Network, and I am Bayero Agabi. To be part of the show, please email or text us your comment and suggestions to bayero@aitinfotechnetwork.com. On the show this week, we are featuring a special segment called Innovate to Develop, the essence of e-Nigeria platform and its likely impact on the Nigerian ICT space. Plus, our guest of the week, Dr. Eugene Joa, the Executive Vice Chairman of the Nigerian Communications Commission, in an exclusive interview, speaks on internet quality and the challenges of regulating Africa's biggest telecoms market. But first, here is a tech update as captured by Francisca Nana.
Nigeria's online identity, the .ng, was hosted in 2005, but its growth and adoption has remained slow. This was the thrust of a workshop organized by NIRA in Abuja to address the issue of the slow adoption and the switch to the .ng domain by federal government agencies in Nigeria. Since 1983, when domain name system was introduced, the growth of the internet has seen more registration of domain names, putting the latest figure at 84 million. The domain name space was divided into two-level domains, namely the CCTLD and the TLD. While CCTLD stands for Country Code Top-Level Domain, which are based on the two-character territory codes of country abbreviations such as .UK, .US, .SA, and so on. The top-level domains, also known as TLD, include .com, .ng, and .org. And these are the highest level of domain names used across the world today. Although there are others like .edu, which are industry typified. Today, identifying with your affiliation is driving domain name as governments all over the world institute their own domain names.
The then President, Chief Obasanjo directed that NIDA should take control and make sure we actually manage our domain. And we, in consultation of our stakeholders, gave that to NIDA.
In Africa, the first country code level domain had generally proven unpopular. As a recent report by .Connect Africa, an internet research firm, showed that 80% of African domain name registrants prefer .com or .org, which registrants say are price competitive, reliable to register, and has wide recognition. The rate of adoption of mobile devices and application is increasing exponentially, and businesses see it as the best opportunity to engage markets. A recent report on the scope of mobile usage worldwide says in 60 seconds there are 168 million emails sent, 98,000 tweets posted, and 695,000 Facebook updates. And with over 100 million mobile subscribers in Nigeria, analysts say mobile money will be a runaway success.
Over 100 million mobile phones already in Nigeria. So just to add the payment platform on top of that layer to make it work. And all we have to do is to encourage all the service providers to bring out their products and start encouraging the populace to start making these payments.
Okay. Although statistics reveal that over 35 million adults in Nigeria are unbanked, experts are optimistic the majority of cash transactions will be replaced by digital ones made possible by our mobile phones.
Easy Wallet is an interface between the customer and banks as well as mobile money operators. In other words, it enables them to have access to mobile financial services. They can transact business, they can have access to their bank accounts, they can pay their bills, they can withdraw money from an ATM without having an ATM card.
Speaking at the launch of a mobile money solution in Lagos, operators say the challenge for banks going forward is to embed innovations into their services in order to meet the requirements of the developed banked consumer and those at their entry level.
What we need to do is to examine what will work here and make it homegrown and adapted to our situation.
The mobile money industry is making strong predictions. Birch Insight, a US-based independent research company, forecasts that by 2015, mobile financial services will be used by 1 billion people globally. A similar firm, Juniper Research, predicts that as many as one-half of the world's mobile subscribers will be making mobile payments by 2014. Nigeria's mobile tele-density, currently put at about 70%, is a veritable platform for driving financial inclusion. Nokia recently unveiled its first handsets, powered by Microsoft's Windows 8 operating system. The flagship device, the Lumia 920, features wireless charging and a per-view camera, which the mobile firm said offered better video and still images than rival smartphones. It does appear the Finnish company is trying to play catch-up in the very tough smartphone industry, as Nokia's loss deepened to $1.1 billion in its last quarter's earnings.
The difference between them is that you can get the software, upgrade software, or buy any software. You get software free on Lumia. While on other phones like Apple, you have to pay with credit cards, subscribe.
Nokia has been trying hard to gain a foothold in the smartphone market with its Lumia line. It tried to make a big splash this year with the Lumia 900 and backed this phone with an enormous promotional campaign, but sales were still not exciting. The company later demonstrated a feature called Nokia City Lens, which allows people to point the Lumia camera at restaurants and other local businesses and see reviews digitally overlaid on top of the image. It also showed the Fat Boy, a pad that a phone can be placed on to charge its battery.
The only phone that I can compare Lumia with is iPhone 4S and the Samsung X3.
Although Nokia is promising consumers that the Lumia 920 will deliver better experiences than is available on rival smartphones, the trouble is that many consumers will probably not hear the message. A good number of smartphone users we spoke to do not own a Nokia mobile any longer. Nokia remains prominent in the low-end market.
Hello, I'm Bayero Agabi. As we face the new society driven by data and information, Cyber Africa provides you a trusted platform. Here we understand how telecoms, the internet and the media are redefining our world.
By now, Nigeria should have been at least, consuming its own petrol that has been refined in this country.
From music to tourism, politics to business, and education to governance.
When you see people running up and down for life, they are serving themselves 100% with their strength.
The Nigerian Communications Act 2003 would pledge to abide fully by the provisions of this law.
That's why Cyber Africa trusts you to trust us as we bring you the initiatives, the issues, the actors, and the role of ICT in Africa's development. For details, log on to www.aitinfotechnetwork.com or email bayeragabi@aitinfotechnetwork.com. Or better still, reach AIT Head Marketing, Lagos or Abuja. Cyber Africa, connecting Africa with the new age at this time. Thank you, Francisca, there for the tech update. And now to our E-Innovate to Develop series. The E-Nigeria platform, designed by NIDA, is an annual show that showcases the best of Nigeria in ICT innovation and capacity. In this feature, we take a look at its likely impact on the Nigerian ICT space.
Expecting the major topic is local content, providing local content in Nigeria in whatever we do. Let's go to oil and gas. Do we have local content in what we are doing in in oil and gas? No. Do we have real local content in education? No. Do we have local content in other areas? How do we bring in local content? Let's take, for example, what is happening in Nollywood. You know, these plays and so on. We can bring a lot of local content because ICT-driven content using adverts, games, folklores, and other things, combined with other areas in ICT, will bring more glamour to the industry.
We have to look inwards in Nigeria. How can we develop without having our local content? We can upload our music, we can upload our culture in the cyberspace. We could have local things in the area of tourism. We can use it for tourism. You use it to even brand the country. We use it to brand the country because IT as a tool can be used in branding the country. So these are areas. We develop internet exchange. So these are the things we are doing to assist in local content, to make sure that our traffic is local. Not that you want to send a mail to somebody, he has to hit somewhere in Europe before he comes back. We develop the facilitated NIRA, Nigeria Internet Registration Association, so that Nigeria could have more local content. You have your website, so that it's going to be your name.ng. Nigeria is the name. For Nigeria, the name in the web that is known is NG. Just like what you have in telecommunication, where you have +234. So the one you have in the internet is .ng.
Like the way we structure our programs there, we look at human capital development, we look at infrastructural development, we look at institutional development. Now, in these different areas, 3 different areas, we've done quite a lot. And during the first quarter of this year, we've actually launched some of the things that we were expecting to do in these 3 areas. For instance, in the area of infrastructural development, about last year, we did about 200 RITCs, which is Rural Information Technology Centers, which are like a typical cyber cafe or computer lab, but we are putting them at local government headquarters. We've done about 40 in this quarter, bringing the total that we have across the country to about 240. And the target is to get to all the 77 local governments of the Federation. In the area of human capital development, we have a scholarship scheme, which we are doing for students that want to go for higher degrees in the area of information technology. We have for masters, we have for PhD. As we speak, some of our students are getting ready to go and resume in the UK, in the US, and some other embassies for their masters and PhD programs.
How do you intend to penetrate people in the grassroots?
Very good question. Very good question. You know, it is a general knowledge that 70% of Nigerians live in rural areas. But I tell you that these people, they are ready to embrace ICT. For instance, when telephone first came, it was mainly in the urban areas. But gradually it went to rural communities. Now I can talk to my mother in the village. She can call me and talk to me. And we are using this one to say, okay, this in same vein, ICT can penetrate rural areas. Farmers can go on the net to search for prices of agricultural items. They can study weather, even diseases that are very common in rural areas. They can know about them on the internet. One, maybe through their words, who can read and interpret to them. And there are even some solutions that you don't need to be educated. There are signs that you just that take you around the internet to get whatever you want to do. And we are, like I said, that the ICT plan, for the plan that we have specific actions and programs for the local, for the rural areas too, at the federal level, state level, and even local government area. Even Abuja, do you know that we have rural areas?
Thanks for being there with us so far, but remember to text your comment and suggestions to the number on your screen, or you can email us bayero@aitinfotechnetwork.com. Before we let you have the hook, here is the EVC of the Nigerian Communications Commission, Dr. Eugene Joa, in an exclusive interview speaking installed on the Nigeria internet quality and the challenges of regulating the telecom space in Nigeria. Stay with us.
First, I start this way. I congratulate you because you're part of the ministry celebrating 1 year the first ministry for communications technology we have.
Thank you.
First, let me also ask you, how smooth has it been, or rough has it been in the past 1 year, regulating the industry?
Well, from the perspective of regulator, it is not an easy job because we are placed between the consumers and the service providers. And we have to satisfy both the consumers and satisfy the service providers. At times, it's a delicate balance. So it has not been easy. But we have been lucky to have a ministry run by a minister that understands the issues. She has helped us, assisted us in all these issues, especially the one that involves intervention by the government. Issues such as quality of service, such as right of way, such as vandalization of assets and things of that sort. She has helped us greatly to achieve solutions in these areas.
Would you say the same of the head of trying to regulate the big four, as the case may be?
Well, we are regulators. We have authority by law to make laws, which are subsidiary laws. Of course, all our regulations must be obeyed by the big four. So we do not have problems actually regulating them at all.
But like you have put it, the minister has been very helpful in trying to say that quality of service is no longer an issue. Is it still a headache?
Yeah, well, quality of service is still not as good as we would wish.
Yes.
And additional to the sanctions which we rolled out lately, we have agreed, periodic milestones which we expect the operators to meet.
And are they working with those?
Well, the first milestone hasn't come. Yeah, the first milestone hasn't come. These milestones are necessary because we do not have to sanction them every month, because the issues of quality of service involves investment, and it takes time for equipment to be ordered, it takes time for it to be installed. So we, as a responsible regulator, have discussed with the operators and we have agreed on milestones which they will meet periodically.
In your presentation,
yes,
you talked about data being the next big thing.
Yes.
That's why you're having the broadband forum.
Yes.
With that in mind, are you happy with the internet service provision and the quality of internet service?
The quality of internet service in Nigeria is very poor. There has not been any appreciable impact on the consumers on areas of data services. And we have looked at this area. That's why we have come up with an initiative for broadband implementation in Nigeria. We hope to excite the market the way mobile telephony was excited. As you will remember, the mobile telephony market in Nigeria was very small before the GSM licensing. And we are trying to replicate now with broadband what happened after those licenses have been issued to GSM operators.
Let's hope for the internet quality.
Well, the internet quality, as I said, is very bad. Yeah. They are not reliable, they are epileptic, and that's why we are addressing it we are making a regulatory intervention in this area to improve it.
Another issue that I want to find out is that the landlines, are you also doing something in this line to ensure that the landlines are back?
Well, the issue of quality of service actually comes also partly from the fact that mobile telephony is the primary service we have in Nigeria. There are no landlines, and everybody uses mobile service in the office, outside the office. So there's a lot of pressure on mobile services. What we hope is that our broadband initiative will make the provision of fixed telephony easier, and some of these capacities that are burdening the mobile service providers now will be shifted to the fixed services that will come.
So just a little bit back, what specific impact would you say the Ministry of Communication Technology has made in trying to, in relation to making your job easier?
Well, the ministry sets policies, and we are supposed to work within these policies. And once policies are clearly set up, then the regulator knows, which areas to go to, which areas not to go to. As I speak of, there is an ICT policy being developed, and I think this will go a long way towards defining the role of the regulator in the years to come.
So within this 1 year, your relationship with other agencies within the Ministry of Communications Technology, how has it improved? Or you still are you work in islands?
Well,
agency relationship.
Well, we have relationship with Galaxy Backbone. We have relationship with NIDA. We have some relationship also with Nichcomsat. And the minister plays a coordinating role. And if there are issues that we cannot resolve, she steps in to solve them. But happily, there has not been issues here that we cannot resolve so far.
As we begin to wind down because of the time, the issue of NESRA versus NCC is still on the plate. Have you been able to resolve that?
The issue of NESRA and NCC is solved. There has been an interministerial intervention led by the Honorable Minister of Communication Technology with the Minister of Environment. A committee was set up, and most of the contentious issues have been resolved today, I can assure you.
We are not likely to see such conflict?
No, not at all, I can tell you.
I mean, from today going forward. Okay, just now, on the last question now, you spoke on the SABI initiative and that of the WIN. Are you changing these two initiatives, or are you restructuring?
No, both projects have been restructured. This broadband forum, for example, is under the purview of SABI and WIN. And so it's a new SABI and WIN that will be effective and make an impact.
Okay, so on the last line now, what should Nigerians be looking forward to in another 1 year in terms of regulation, quality of service, and innovation?
In another 1 year, I believe that the issue of quality of service must have reduced considerably. I believe that there will be a mobile number portability for Nigerians, and I also believe that SIM card registration will come to an end. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
The groundbreaking efforts of African visionaries who, with undying passion and commitment, have succeeded in pioneering technologically innovative applications of new media in African journalism and the media.
INFOTECH Network.
This is a story of a continent awakening.
AIT Infotech Network.
Over the past years, has played a critical role in empowering Africans with skills and insights into the use of ICTs in the context of a globalized world.
Join Africa's best ICT broadcast journalist of the year,
Bayero Agabi from Nigeria,
to browse the world of ICTs for its impacts, relevance and role in uplifting Africa from poverty.
For details, please log on to www.aitinfotech.com or Bayero Agabi at aitinfotech.com, or better still, AIT Head Marketing, Alabado, Lagos. AIT Infotech Network, bridging the digital divide.
That is the show for the week. Please reach us via email, Facebook, or text the number on your screen for your comment and suggestions on the issues we have raised on this program. Until next week, I remain yours sincerely, Bayero Agabi. Bye-bye.